Yeah, you're fine, Vang. All right, folks. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. It is day 194. 欢迎大家回来。今天是100，第100，9是7天。667天. It's day 194. We are getting close to that 200 mark, right? And the 200 mark means we have our 100-day review to work towards. However, unlike Japanese, we are in the last unit actually. So, starting soon, and Duolingo will go into maintenance mode for the Chinese course. Earlier today, we talked pretty much about this thing, right? This is the recent development right here. This thing. And most of my digressions were about this, and we talked with another person, Lotus, about exchange some ideas and thoughts about the perspectives on this. We're not gonna go over that again. But yes, there's currently a yearly sale on a year subscription in Duolingo, which lines up really well with my investment in Wanikani as well. So maybe I'll talk about it on and off here and there in the future, because I do get a lot of questions regarding decision making and how efficacious things are, or how do you make a monetary investment when it comes to these types of situations. So for now, we're going to try to stay vigilant because it's already past midnight here, local time, and my stamina is waning, very quickly waning. Back-to-back days, 4 or 5 hours pass is can be a little tough. I haven't been able to do a lot of practice on the side where I do like some homework. I did do some homework though for the Chinese side of things. Yesterday, I got into a very characteristic discussion about like communication in general. I was trying to make the communication very personal, yet the person is very like indirect, which is very relatable, or trying to be indirect. It started with something in Chinese though, and that was concerning the limitations of the pinyin system, right? And it's part of my unit today. So I looked into it, and I basically, your stamina's low because it's not Yakuza. Oh, there were some days on Yakuza, I was very tired too. So it was the limitation of the pinyin system. And I was very skeptical, is the word I would use, largely due to the nature of that person's comments, not necessarily whether it's true or not. So I did some research, right? And like most things, if I'm skeptical about very direct and tall statements personally, and the statement was that zhi, not zhi, so zhi, zhi, zhi is often erroneously marked for zhi, right? And that was the spawn of the entire rest, but the entire rest thing wasn't really regarding the accuracy of this. It is what spawned the conversation, right? So that was the suspicious part, when this person said that pretty much everywhere, pretty much everyone, or all their sources has this marked erroneously. And I was like, oh, okay. And then it got into a, wow, Duolingo should check their, proofread their stuff because this is a mistake and whatnot. And then went into an overall statement about the limitations of tools and systems. And I get that. Meanwhile, I was trying to express that, yes, Duo is one tool, and then many other tools can be used, and then other people can be used, interactions can be used. However, it came down to, there's a greater generalization that because everyone or a lot of people are getting this wrong, what is it? Maybe it's a symptom of a bigger thing, a bigger system-wide thing. So that was suggesting that people make tools and technologies that created a systemic error in recognizing these two things. And I was like, okay, that's very bold. Curious, right? There comes a time when if everyone else, and I didn't get a chance to express this because I was more into the person's diction, the way they type and communicate, than anything else, because I like to get to know people as opposed to the depth of their knowledge. I think the human touch is getting to know the person. So if everyone makes this error, right? Or if, quote unquote, everywhere or everyone makes this error, when is it that it's you and not everyone else, right? That was the thing that I was having trouble processing. Like, if everyone is making this supposed error, I'm kind of very curious, what's the deal with that? Like, it's really interesting when you don't commonly have these things happen, because oftentimes everyone tends to be the one that is most refined and consistent, right? It's one of those like conspiracy theories kind of things. It's difficult to prove a conspiracy theory if everyone else disagrees with you, right? And then everyone else agrees on something else. So I looked into it, at least in my opinion, and yeah, I actually agree with this person that said Duolingo marking this in the example. The prompt example was 这只 so 这 was placed next to 只, and it was marked as this in the pinyin system. And the person, right, straight up just said, it's always 只, it's always 只, no exceptions when it's a classifier. Like when it's a classifier. So it was used to classify a bird. So 这只可爱的, I think it was 鸟. It was referring to Duolingo. 猫头鹰, right? This is a very cute owl, right? And in that case, this is the classifier for bird. And the person made a comment about, oh yeah, it's the simplification that is causing this missing identity. And I found that to be the case, right? This person is introducing information that I don't know, but they were placing that correction as a way to save face or save frustration. Like, oh, if this is incorrect and you continue to repeat the incorrect thing, then it can be a future place of embarrassment. I was unable to communicate that it would not be a place of embarrassment for me, but a projection of your own embarrassment, because I see it as part of the learning process. So thank you for bringing this attention to me, but I want to tell you that there's no sense of urgency to have to worry about these things because I will continue to learn from different sources. And then that person pressed further to say, but what if all the other sources are erroneous too? Because they have extensive knowledge of online resources and they know this to be true. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I can't communicate that sentiment that people make errors. And if it's a systemic error, then at some point I will encounter a systemic error. What if the systemic error becomes the norm? We don't know, because a lot of times natural languages adapt to the most widely used thing, not the most correct thing, right? So that's we didn't get to that point. So what I've discovered is part of the learning process is that zhi is a different character. It used to be a different character, and zhi used to be 3 separate characters, but they're related characters. And due to the simplification system, as in like simplified Chinese, they are lumped together into this character and constitute as a low risk. So as in like in these situations, it's uncommon to confuse them for any other meaning. So in a way, yes, it was an example of simplification, but that depict the limitations of the pinyin system. That part I disagree with to some extent, because the confusion didn't come from the idea that the pinyin system is telling you something different. It is the character meaning 2 different things, right? So yes, the simplification of those 2 that person cited yesterday led to this. Zhi is a different character, and zhi is a mix of different. So only, merely, just is this, right? And then birds, classifications, quantification of types of birds and other pairs is always this. No questions asked. Now, this person made a comment that this is erroneously marked. And I totally agree if the perspective is that this character is representing 2 different things, right? And this is a really special case. But in most cases, actually Duo decided that they would mark tone changes, right? But here's the thing, in pinyin, in the pinyin system, actually the consensus is to not mark tone changes. And instead, the argument, at least what I gathered, this is only a night's evenings gather, so like I didn't spend years and months analyzing this. This is something that happened overnight because I want to give it a fair shake, is that they always, or they prefer to mark the original tone. And the original tone is to give you an inclination of what the original character was, so that you don't mix up what was the original tone. Is it a mark change or is it not a mark change? Because there's no notation for that. So instead, they default to marking the original tone at all times. Now that's where it gets tricky. Is this a limitation of pinyin system? Or is it that this character here represents 2 characters? So now I agree that in Duolingo, that example was incorrect. So it is an error. Is it a systemic error? Is it a systemic error like that person suggested? I would say maybe. Because the other example, right after that one, in that same video, they had yi, zhi. So yi, zhi, right? They had yi, zhi. So this is the same character as the classifier. but they marked the tone change. So it is zhi, not zhi, right? Zhi. So 一只 was correct. So Duolingo does have a system that involves distinguishing between the two characters. So it's either maybe, usually if it's an automated process, it's systemic, right? It's very noticeably systemic. So we'll see how consistent it is. I'll pay attention to it, I suppose. It's a maybe. It's a maybe. But generally speaking, Duolingo chose to do something that I don't think usually the pinyin system does in the first place, which is kind of it's a catch-22. I actually agree with keeping it the standard the same way. So if I knew it's marked as zhi, then I want to know that zhi is the original tone, and then I know the tone shift. So I know the tone shift. As in, you know, the 3-3 rule, or the 4-4 stuff, and the boo stuff, right? The boo into the one into boo, or I mean, actually it's this way, the other way, boo into one, that kind of thing, and have the original tone marked. And the reason why I'm bringing this up now is because I had to reflect on how accurate I was when it came to that guy's commentary. The guys suggested that they might have talked generally about Chinese language learners, yet when they're saying that stuff, they're also including me in the group. So my concern was, do this person think that I only use the pinyin to pronounce things? Or do I actually listen to it and then see if it's concordant with the pinyin? Since this person drops in every once in a while, it's not very clear. That yesterday happens to be day 1. So I use pinyin to see if the sound likes the pinyin. Not that one relies on one tool. So that's why I went out of my way to say, well, it's one way to mark something. You're not limited to just the pinyin system. And hear me out here. I did one deeper. So I took several AI voice samples, like whatever banks that is available. We took like 5 of the popular ones, like Google Translate, for example. And I entered and forced a sample of zhi and zhi into the structure of when they're used, right? And even Duo pronounced zhi regardless of whether it's marked with this or not. So that's so complicated, but it's interesting. So if you're still relying on your ears, it is still tone 1 when you read it, when you hear it, right? And I've made this comment throughout the course already, that when you're listening, I say it a lot. I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound like 2. It's like, well, wow, that kind of sounds like 3. Or why did that cut off all of a sudden? Like that 1 sounds like a 4, right? So to insinuate that I am not taking into account, the inference here is when you start saying these things, I think about what your motivations are, right? And the motivation is maybe at some time this person hit a point of embarrassment that dealt with a heavy reliance on the pinyin system and discovered that pinyin has a limitation, and then go about projecting that insecurity. And I totally understand. If this pinyin system and the errors are shown later, I constitute it as a learning experience. I think that was lost in translation. This my conversation yesterday did not end up with a mutual resolution on understanding that it's emotionally positive to learn things that you have erroneously done. Like, for example, when I'm speaking in English, right this very moment, I am not a person who is like this person, where they believe that knowledge and facts and like online resources and semantics is what makes people communicate better, or practices emotional intelligence. I prefer to have the idea that if I do make an error because of the limitation of my practice, it's an opportunity to learn more later on. Like, that's fine, right? Someone's gonna say like, why are you saying that like that? And one day I'll learn. It's fine with that. In the end though, I think the most dangerous things about embarrassment, in my opinion, embarrassment and frustration, is being overconfident. Right? I operate on the idea that I do not have comprehensive knowledge about most things, and I embrace and welcome all the people who offer their 2 cents or their experiences. However, I think the thing that led to an extended conversation yesterday is the idea that I was unable to communicate to this person to let them understand that simple facts, semantics, comprehension doesn't make someone emotionally intelligent or have a human touch. And for me, that was an earnest share, because this thing is something I felt whenever I look back on my like 20s. That was one of the biggest stopgaps between an effective communicator and a person who knows a lot of things. There's a very big chasm, a gigantic gap, and it's very obvious when, at least in my opinion, to someone who lived those two aspects of life, where you can sound incredibly analytical, concise, and incredibly experienced and technical, yet still come off as someone who is emotionally unintelligible. So the person was right. It's an error, like and it's systemic as well. So like, out of the 5 popular things, I think all 5 of them, you can cause this error to happen. You can cause this error where they would mark 知 as 知, right? So it is reproducible. However, almost all the samples, all the voice banks pronounced it as 知. So to part of the bigger picture. So, and I make sure that these are concordant with each other. So no really big point of embarrassment. Although then I try to look for examples where there are dialectic differences. And this can occur actually, where the dialectic differences can force a tone difference in this position. So, but that's a very, very extraneous case. And actually, it's a extraneous but coincidental case, because one of them happens to be Cantonese. And I wouldn't be surprised if in Fujianese, this might sound okay. So, I don't know. And then it started spiraling into like, it's tonal required for certain things, and then it started going into pitch accent from Japanese, and that kind of, that's where I stopped. But anyways, that's what I did for the last 2 or 3 hours, related to Chinese, by the way. It's a super interesting happenstance. And now I kind of understand why there are simplified characters that have multiple reads, that have very disparate definitions or meanings, because there is a chance that the one character, like if you have a character, right, like this, it could be the consolidation of 2 separate characters. I don't actually know what the characters are anymore because I was just looking. So A and B, right? A and B are 2 separate characters, and they get consolidated to 1 character on the idea that it's likely not going to create confusion. Right. So that was kind of the idea. And now it kind of makes sense about, like, I don't know, this character, for example, right? Like, I'm not sure if it's the exact same case, but it makes sense now why there are stuff like that. And not even so much as only a tone shift. Only a tone shift. But there are plenty of examples of tone shifts, and it'll be cool to explore them. So, anyways, that was my little spiel for the Chinese thing. It's super interesting. However, auditorily is still the same. I don't know if I can produce it. We're gonna hear it today in this lesson. This is more of a talking to myself situation. There is maybe an odd chance that others will be able to resonate with it, if not, because this well-studied person, I tried to inquire about it. This well-studied person suggested that it's a noticeable common trend among Mandarin language learners, and I can imagine that, because when you look up the this and what tone it is, there are enough threads to suggest that the pinyin system is a bit confusing at times, but not now hear me out. It was someone arbitrarily, a group of people arbitrarily decided that no, they're not going to accommodate tone shifts in their notation. So when people say limitations and they complain about proofreading and error, the intent is already there. So I don't know. I disagree at that state. It's kind of like expecting Duo to do something it's not designed to. In this case, though, that is an error. Duo does mark tone shifts or tone changes on a case by case. So how that slipped, it's acceptable. Like, it's expected. It's not surprising. However, it is also not correct, right? And that's fair. It's really weird. It's really weird. I think the weirdest part is how the same error is perpetuated systemically in every other people's models that are not related to this. So I thought that was the most interesting part of the observation. Does it affect people from learning Chinese, Mandarin, or like learn Mandarin, listen, pronounce, and comprehend things? No, not really. I disagree with that. In fact, I think the choices with the pinyin system was that the expectation, which might not be true for people outside of China, I suppose, is that eventually you'll interact with people who speak Chinese, Mandarin. Now, hear me out here. Then you would argue, well, if you don't live in China, how would you know that tone is correct? you don't. But here's the answer. Here's a more human touch. If everyone around you has agreed that this is the norm to express this idea, then that is sufficient for the language to naturally migrate, right? You could, like, if China is so isolated in this thing, that's why dialects exist, in my opinion. It's a case for how natural language creates dialects. So for someone who is incredibly well versed in a very specific language that is characterized by an immense, like greater than 50 existing regional dialects that are very functionally a significant population that use this stuff, you would come to know that one of the side effects of having such a thing is that natural language do change over time. So is it concerning? Not particularly, but I think that's where me and someone else have a different perspective on how to interact with human beings, in my opinion. Like, if you say something that's weird, I could tell you it's weird and I kind of like it because it's identifiably you, but hey, may I share with you something that I find weird because I know it this way? Or you go around and say, this is the way. Well, when you say something is the way, and what is and can't be and can be, you're not talking with another person. You're talking at the person. So what do you expect the other person to do? Like, oh, that's interesting. Thanks for the information. And then you stop. Like, there's no communication left. Like, that's kind of the thing I was trying to highlight yesterday, because that's kind of most of my interactions when I was younger. It was coming from a personal place, so I was a little bit passionate. I got a little bit involved in it. You come home, you answer a question. This is what happened. That is what happened. Are we done? And that was kind of it, right? I think that's one thing that is very telling. It was one of the more extreme cases, in my opinion, or for me, one of the more extreme encounters where someone knows an incredible body of knowledge, but I can't help but feel like I'm being sidelined in rhetoric or something. And I do it quite a lot too. I still kind of have a tendency of doing that. So this person said something about how the system, the medium that they use to communicate, is the reason why they can't adequately express or incorporate a human touch, their human touch. And I firmly disagree. I feel like that is a telltale sign of someone who doesn't want to practice that. Because in my opinion, my experience would suggest that yes, it's limited in human expression, but it's not that limited to the point where it feels like the person's out to educate people, which is great, but it's the difference between an outstanding professor who has no human touch to connect with their students versus a professor that knows a lot, but they only talk where the students cannot resonate with them. So you can have very, very brilliant people, but you can have an audience not willing to listen or do not have any sentimental connection with the person who knows a lot, right? At least that's something that's very important to me. So if you're selling, 10-step hacks, 10-step hacks to the greatest life hack in your life, that person is successful in selling the product because they are persuasive. They have emotional intelligence regarding the person they're talking to or the audience they're talking to. It is a very powerful force. And yeah, sometimes it can be manipulative and predatorial, right? That is why humans are humans. When you sell a thing based purely on objective knowledge and like proficiency and stats, which is our early discussion about the Duolingo thing, it becomes unrelatable, detached, and ultimately disinteresting. At least a lot of times. So, and I kind of often lump this under EQ, right? Emotional intelligence. So it was a very strong case for it. I think it's brilliant what they know, and I think this situation with Chu is very interesting. However, I didn't get that from the person. In fact, I think the memorable quote that I remember from yesterday is, "It's a trivial matter." And I actually looked into this too, because I didn't, apparently I misunderstood how the word trivial was used. I typically, statistically, right, if we were talking about statistics, I would say over 75% of a population who speaks English would take trivial as a negative connotation for the implication of insignificance. So I made a comment about, this wouldn't be insignificant. We brought it up. We spent like more than 30 minutes talking back and forth to spawn from this. So I wouldn't consider this a trivial matter. But then that person went on to correct me and say, no, trivial in a neutral way. And I'm like, okay, there's something I don't understand. So fair enough. I tried to educate myself in what is trivial in a neutral way. The closest thing I've had was a mathematical principle, a use in mathematics, which means that it is possible to prove. Prove with little effort. So what the person might be saying is, this is a trivial matter, as in it's easy to tell that Duo is erroneous, or they made a mistake and they need to proofread, or it is very easy to prove that there is a systemic error in Chinese learning resources, right? So it's very relevant. It's very relevant to the concern about language learning and whatnot. And for me, that legitimately only proves how not trivial this is. In fact, my little 4-hour delve into zhi versus zhi made it almost entirely non-trivial in both manners, both neutral, and it is very significant. I actually think it's very important. I'm probably going to carry this story for possibly the rest of my life. So yeah, I mean, I'd like to thank that person. However, I think there's a loss in my contribution to anything. So when you're having a conversation with someone, I ultimately think that the value comes from being involved in the conversation, right? Being involved in a conversation. Like, do you like or hate this thing? What is it significant to you? And at first they said it's a trivial matter, and I'm like, oh, so it's not that important, but I kind of think it's important since you brought it up. And then they said no, from a neutral standpoint. And I'm like, okay, so we're back to being analytical about stating facts without any contribution. So that's what happens when you're trying to say objective and neutral, right? Anyways, thought I share that. It was very challenging. It was very challenging. And at one point, I remember I spent like, I talked, like, I looped myself a little bit. So I tried to go back to speaking in a technical standpoint, and I sounded like I was looping. I was using cyclic logic, which that can happen when I'm trying to keep up. I haven't spoken like that in a long while, so it's probably also why it's hard to follow people who are analytical and technical, because you would need to be on the same wavelength, and clearly we weren't on the same wavelength. All right. Short story. The short story. Okay. Let's get back into our recall. Any recall. Oh, unit. Oh, this one's gonna be tough. Unit 11. I don't know so much of this. Talk to coworkers. I think we're gonna start with weather. Weather was the most reinforced from our Japanese lesson today. So when do. Wait. Wait. No, that's not it. Oh no, what's the second thing? This is Nguyen. Nguyen something. Nguyen Huo. Nguyen Huo. Okay. Liang. Liang something. Liang Kuai. Liang Kuai. And dry. Gun Zhao. Gun Zhao. Gun Zhao. Zhao. Fire. So. Okay. That's all we have for weather that I remembered yesterday. Okay, so now we're gonna do Sheng Yi into responsibilities. 折折人责任责任Oh my gosh, that wobble. Oh. Oh boy. Start over. Okay. That it? Yeah, I think so. And turn stress. Ya 压力压力 Okay. Responsibility. Now we have salary, overtime, and bonus. Salary. 桌子下班 Oops. Sloppy. 下班 Oops. Recorder. Bonus. Jing was in it. 奖金 could be better. 奖金 we had a quantifier word. Sort of approximate. I think we're gonna connect it this. This one's tough. Something. Oh. 大约 Yes. 大约 Discuss. What did discuss look like? No, that's wrong. That's misunderstanding. 商量 Oops. That doesn't look right. Hold up. Liang. I think Liang is like this. Yeah. And then we have misunderstood. Oh no, not misunderstood. Opinion. Yi. Yi jian. Yi jian. So, yi. Jian. Oh, okay. So now we have. How do I do that? I need a lot of room. Let's go. I can go right and left. Okay. So, misunderstood. Hui, something hui. Wu hui. Wu hui. Wu hui. Sorry. 抱歉，抱歉，抱歉，抱歉。Oh, 歉 is that ridiculous character. So congested. Fine. That's good enough. Is it this? No, no. It's抱歉. Forgive. Forgive. It has juku in it. Juku. Japanese. Yen? Oh yeah. 原谅. Yeah, 原谅. 原谅. So juku. Yen. 谅. 原谅. So it's 谅. This is 凉 and this is 谅. 谅. Okay. Now we have. Oh, okay. This takes a little bit of imagination. 从不 quit. 放弃 放弃 Wait. Yes. And then hold up. Sort of. Looks like that. yeah. So encourage. Encourage. Something like this. And this is a 鼓励 yeah, 鼓励. And then now we pivot to duo, which is right here. I don't know how to connect this, so I'm just gonna do it this way. Or oh, okay, we're gonna have to write this really, really big. Not the other characters, but there's just this one. This is this character is comically big. It's probably the biggest character that I have to date. Mao Tou Ying. And Ying is gigantic, so we're just gonna write it twice the size to illustrate how comically dense it is. Much. Okay. So now it's twice the size. Okay. I mean, Duo is kind of a big owl. Now we go and Yu Mao. Oh no. 嘴巴 oh, what was underneath? Oh, it's paper. Okay. And now we have colors for this. Whoops. Blue. And our new color. Tong. Tang. Yeah, Tangse. Okay. So, right, Duo is a owl with green feathers and orange in the orange mouth, right? Where they were going with that. All right, let's get to Unit 10. Unit 10 was talking to, not talking to coworker, but business. I think it was two different things, right? Yeah, it was two different things. So the first thing was business. Oops. 公司公司会 Oh, not May. I'm like, May? 面柜面柜卫星 business investment 机投资体 or first collaborate 合作 keep we have 吃 so something 吃 保持 yeah 保持 吃 it's also 保持 contact 系联系联系联系 okay investments we're doing risk stuff risk yeah oh I guess we can do 方向yeah yes 跟保险 I guess I could do 保险 too 好像 we're supposed to say copyright. This is copyright. Uh, on 反串，串是什么 ？Yes. 好想 Oh, wrong bow. I think it's this one. 好想 Alright. Consultation. Maybe like D something. D Lu. D Li. D oh. I think it's D Shen. D Shen. I'm gonna have to check this one. Not quite sure. Shen is yes. And then 老师 Oh, I might have written 老师 incorrectly. Oh, wait. Just kidding. Not 老师. 律师. 律师. That's why it looks weird. I didn't write that yesterday. I wrote Li. Am I missing one? Uh-oh. I have to check this. Is it 2 or 3? Oh, it's okay. Right. Wait, and that's fine. Now we do the other thing. 阿香 Okay, so 阿香 是 阿香是 阿香是 没事 有事 Oh, I think it was 严重 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 Oh, 严重 Yeah Or is it 严重? I think it's 严重. Could be 严重. I'll check this one too. So we have like this one, this one. Ah, 严重. EY. EY 受伤. Oh, 受伤. Hmm. 受伤. 伤. Hmm. Yes. No. 受伤. Um. 救命. 救命. Wait. Yeah. 救命. Hmm. 救护车. 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 呼. Actually, was there a dot on that? I think there was. Okay. Let's do this one. Oh. 靠近. 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 Complicated, right? It's the okay. And 警察. Oh, wait. Okay. Guns. 辛苦，辛苦，感谢感谢。Oh my gosh. 感谢啊 wait. Oh no. Maybe I wrote this incorrect. No, that doesn't work. It's definitely the other thing. And shit. Or maybe not. I have to check this one too. And 愉快 it's like this one 愉快 yes 愉快 okay. My hand is starting to cramp up. Okay. All right. So let's confirm these. Okay. And we get into our list. 重 gun okay yeah gun gun 感谢 and
咨询
咨询 okay. And this stuff we're gonna get today. We're gonna need some hearts here. Okay.
起轮
一轮
弯
弯
蹲
蹲 and 牛生病 no 生病
生病伤
伤 drinking 警察
轮伤
我也吃中国菜
啊
我们很忙，下午4点才吃午饭。我们
很忙我们很
忙才4点
吃饭吃午饭
我们很忙，下午4点才吃午饭。
下午才吃午饭下午4点
我们很忙，下午4点才吃午饭。
4点 我们很忙，下午4点，4点再吃午饭。
我们很忙，下午4点才吃午饭。
昨天这里发生了意外。
昨天这里发生了意外。昨天
我要做很多事情。你好，你好，我
要
做
做很多事情。
他生病了，在房间里睡觉。
他生病了，在房间里睡觉。啊！Wait. What? What? Oh, she's. Oh my gosh. What the? Oh no. Oh my gosh.
你觉得这是一个意外吗？
Okay.
你觉得这是一个意外吗？
你觉得这是一个意外吗？你觉得这是一个意外吗？
意外吗？
我
我
11点。
我昨天晚上11点才下班。诶，我们很忙。我们很忙。哦，很忙。Then time, right? Time.
4点
才吃午饭。We're busy. We only. What? Oh. PM.
下午
Happened to. 你happened to yesterday. 昨天你要什么？要什么事情？
昨天你有
昨天你有什么事情？
什么事情？
你昨天有什么事情啊？我想做一个警察。
我
想做一个警察。Okay. Okay, let's do one more.
丢
桶
鸡 脏
zhang. I don't remember where zhang is actually. What word is zhang part of? Zhang
想
xiang
方便
方便
进
进
会最
对
安
一
一次
轻
清安脏
脏 still doesn't ring a bell.
清静
静
静
静
对不起，我可以向你借笔记吗？
对不起，我可以向你借笔记吗？是借
对不起，我可以向你借笔记吗？
借笔记吗？
我没有听清楚。
我没有听清楚。
我
我
没
没有听
听
清楚。
清楚。
黑板上写什么？我看不清楚。
黑板上写什么？写什么？黑板上写什么？我看不清楚。
我们得买火车票。我们得买
车票。火车票。
火车票。
我们得买火车票。
Not convenient to go from here to there. 从去这儿，从去这儿 ，no， 从这儿去那儿，不方便。
从这儿
去那儿
不
方便。
方便。
对不起，可以，我可以。Oh no， 对不起，我可以，你借，笔记吗？
对不起，
我
可以
Oh no， 我可以向你
借
笔记吗？对，forgot about 向。Okay.
The countdown has begun.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I think it's actually after every lesson for these. Problem today. All right. Let's see how many things we missed.
我要跟你商量一件事情。
我要跟你商量一件 一件事情。How did I screw this one? Oh, there was the needs. How did I screw this up? Door
是一只
Door 是一只聪明的鸟，很聪明的鸟。
很
Oh, that's Door 是一只聪明的鸟 or
的
I feel like I'm gonna make the same mistake again. I did. I made the same mistake. Oh! Whoops. Yeah, not a bird. Owl. Yeah, whoops. But did I make the other mistake? I think I did. No. No, I didn't. Dang it. I was thinking of a duo as a bird, not an owl. Dang it. Oh. I don't think I have lazy. Lan?
懒
Lan. Oh, Lan. I don't have Lan. I totally forgot about Lan. Okay.
现在的天气很干燥，也很凉快。
现在的天气很干燥，也很浪快，凉快。
现在的天气很干燥，也很凉快。凉
Wait, did I screw it up? I think I might have mixed them up. No, I don't think so. 凉快. There's a chance I might have mixed up the tones between the two. 凉. 现在的天气很干燥，也很凉快。
猫头鹰，
它也有橙色的小脚，
它也有橙色的小 Oh, I haven't had this. Did I get this?
脚
Oh, maybe I should add this. Let's add this too. Okay, we're basically trying to describe duo. Oh, I don't. How do I jiao? Oh. Jiao. Okay. 小脚. encourage. 鼓励。
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 最近我的工作压力很大。
最近我的工作压力很大很大。最近我的工作压力很大。Recently? So, uh,
现在的温度大约是15度。
我blanked out. 现在的温度，喂，
现在的温度大约是15度。
what?
温度。
Oh, do as in, oh yeah. 现在的温度是15
度。
I'm missing something.
现在的温度大约是15度。
大约。Oh, right.
现在的温度大约是15度。
Oh, interesting. 大约 before 是。Okay. 现在的温度大约是15度。
现在的温度大约是15度。
大约是15度。
多尔是一只很聪明的猫头鹰。多尔。
This is the thing that triggered that conversation yesterday, I think. No, never mind. Not this one.
是一只很聪明的猫头鹰。多尔是一只很聪明的猫头鹰。多尔是一只很聪明的猫头鹰。外面的温度非常高。外面
的温度非常高。
非常高。办公室里的温度太低，很多人生病了。
Oh, okay. 办公室里温度的温度很低，很多很多低。很低。Where the heck is 低？ Oh, wait. Oh, 太低。很多人生病了。
办公室里的温度太低，很多人生病了。
办公室里的温度太低，很多人生病了。
办公室里的温度太低，很多人生病了。办公室里的温度太低，很多人生病了。办公室里的温度太低，很多人生病了。
Yeah, it's difficult to pick up the duh sometimes. Listening. I'm very precarious. Duh is very precarious. I make a lot of duh. Very, very poorly chosen duh positions. 多尔是一只 teacher
很
聪明
聪明的
的猫头鹰
猫头鹰，
猫头鹰 long tone on 猫头鹰
The countdown has begun.
It's after every single lesson. It's so aggressive. Oh no. It's after every one of these lessons too?
责任
责任任
责任
Oh, that's not that
责
short.
任
Not as short as I thought it was going.
责任
It's about the same length.
责任
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 Don't do it, Duo. Don't do it.
责任
责任
责任责任责任
The countdown.
It's every. Oh no, that's bad. That's really aggressive. That's very aggressive. Oh no. I'm not a fan.
奖金
奖金 Oh no.
奖金
Now it's after every single, so
奖金
I might have to take it back if this is permanent.
奖金
That's pretty aggressive.
奖金奖金
奖金
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 Oh,
奖金
I guess we've already committed to the 1 year starting tomorrow, so I guess it's a moot point at this point.
The countdown.
But that's pretty aggressive. That's really aggressive. Very disagreeable.
责任
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 责
It
任
was one of the things that I
责任
was saying about the
责任
desktop version. It's like, oh, that's actually fairly
责任
reasonable. Now it's no longer reasonable.
Get more.
责任
Okay. 责任责任
责任
Okay.
责任
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 责任责任责任
责任
It
责任
used to be like every 5 or so.
责任
责任
Get more with.
It's pretty unfortunate. 面试满意
满意
面试
面试
Oh, there's Sebastian. 满意
想要
面试
重要
重要
Going pretty alright. Studying. How are you doing? Happy holidays?
告诉满意
面试
面试 Getting attacked by ads.
面试
面试
满意
Oh, 满意
面试
面试
面试满意
满意意愿意
愿意
愿意 Long tongue.
面试 后面面条
You getting ready to go to bed? I see. Stumble on me. Happy holidays. Yeah, happy holidays. What have you got any? What do you
满意
usually do around this time of the year, Sebastian? Anything traditional? Maybe like some folklore? What is the life of Sebastian Mota when it comes to the end of year retrospection and jovialities? Actually, I don't think that's a word, but you know, activities and jovial smashed together. Jovialities.
满意
Uh,
满意
面试
不想
想
安静
安静
满意
不让
不让
面
试
试
面试
面试
会见
会见
满意
满意
往左
往左重来
从来
Get more.
奖金
奖金奖金奖金
奖金
奖金奖金
Not much is going out for the Christmas events like Chris Kindle markets, holiday shopping, ice skating, stuff like that. That sounds incredibly eventful.
奖金
I did not do
奖
any
金
of those things. I'm doing pretty much the same thing that I'm doing right now.
奖金
It's great to hear. That doesn't seem like not much. That sounds amazing. What's Chris Kindle markets like?
奖金
奖金
Did you
奖金
what were the goods? Did you get any goods at the market? I'm not actually sure if it's a thing that you go to buy something. Like a very specific stuff.
The countdown.
Yes. The countdown is near. Right.
压力
We'll start tomorrow. 压力压力 Sure.
压力
压力压力
So they're like little German shops. Oh, well, that's cute. Incense and candles. I mean, not incense, but candles. Like candles, trinkets,
压力
trinkets and marbles.
压力
That's kind of
压力
cute.
压力
Going around
压力
walking. Oh, cheese. Ooh. Some smelly cheese. Are you
压
a
力
procurer of cheese? I've been told. I'm still not I'm still not convinced, but I still feel like it's a common conventional saying that when someone says the smellier the cheese, the tastier they are. Now, hear me out here. I have had my fair share of cheese, like sampling and whatnot. I'm not sure if I buy into that yet. Oh, they sell praline nuts too. Ooh, cheese and sandwiches. Do you have any particular sandwiches that you would eat
压力
at such a place, or like have them make, or maybe buy?
压力
The sandwich that I'm thinking of right now is like Reuben at the moment. when I think of like winter stuff, I
Yali.
think of Rubens. I have no idea why, but Rubens would be something that you might have a version in a German shop, I would probably say, because Rubens are very nostalgic. Like there's a shared similarity between what's on a Reuben and what I feel that
The countdown.
the German culture is responsible for. Like a Reuben with sauerkraut on it is what I'm thinking of right now. You know, specifically the sauerkraut part. It's probably also because I'm from a place in the United States that have a lot of German heritage. It's specifically enriched in a place that I am in. So Reuben sandwiches, they are of an American creation. However, they are very heavily inspired by the centerpiece, which is sauerkraut. I'm from the northeast of the United States. In the tri-state, and like you have like New York, New Jersey, Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, that type of area.
责任，
责任。
责任
May I ask where are you from?
责任，
责任，
责任，责任，责任，
责任
Not really. You've tried once, but wasn't impressed. Oh, I see. What are your thoughts on Reuben? Or
责任
actually, what are your thoughts on sauerkraut? Chicago? Oh. Midwest, huh? Yeah. I was obviously referring to Pennsylvania and Dutch, right? Which happens to be German, but that's a long story.
Get more with
Not for you, not a Reuben thing. That's perfectly understandable.
责任
Have you give it a go? It's understandable, honestly. It's I mean, sauerkraut alone is kind of a acquired taste, I would say. I would rank like sauerkraut. I would like lump sauerkraut to the idea of kimchi, right? Like kimchi is an acquired taste too. So whenever I mention like, oh, what's another thing that goes great on a sandwich? Kimchi. And then, you know, when I'm talking to other Americans, it's like, kimchi is better, so you're okay with fermented the fermented stuff? Okay. Yeah, but you know what I mean, right? It's pungent, and it's a hit or miss. So these are like the ingredients that can be particularly pungent, like pickles. Pickles would be probably the more American thing on it, but people say like, yeah, pass on the pickles. And we're not talking about like the sweeter like sandwich pickles, like just the sour grime thing. Huh. What do you usually eat during the holidays? We have the duck. I had a few slices of roasted duck. Few pieces of roasted duck yesterday. Chicago. Big city. I know a few people chilling out in Chicago, actually. Very coincidentally, actually.
责任，
责任，
Yeah, roasted duck. Obviously,
责任，责任，
my
责任
parents isn't gonna go
责任
over the
责任，
trying to make a Peking duck, but roasted duck is fantastic.
责任，
My folks are Chinese, so it's kind of like a
The countdown.
rather stereotypical thing, actually. What do you guys do? Turkey? Chicken? Roasted chicken is classic a roasted chicken. A nice home roasted chicken as a centerpiece. You're gonna knock out? Alright. You've got an 840 day. Ooh, we're gonna have to talk. You usually do turkey and ham? I see. Well, I'll have to ask you about your experience in the future. How's it going? But until then, mac and cheese. Oh, you got potatoes too? Do you have taters? Maybe mashed potatoes. I miss potatoes. My folks are not on potatoes, but yeah. Anyways, I won't keep you. Happy holidays. Heck yeah. Yeah, I won't keep you. Thanks for stopping by. And biscuits. Oh, biscuits and gravy. Okay. Yeah. Have a good one. Right. Have a good one.
奖金，
奖金。Good night. Good night. 奖金。
奖金，
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 奖金，奖金，
奖金，
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 奖金。
The countdown has
Oh my gosh, Duolingo, why did you change this? Oh, why is it after every lesson? I hope this is only for like the next 3 days. It'll become a moot point soon, but still. For others, like I can't even speak for others, because this will be the last time I'll be seeing ads for a year, so, but that is pretty aggressive. That's really aggressive. Holy heck. I don't think that's defensible. I don't think it's necessary after each lesson. Although the mobile version, I think it's nearly the same. So perhaps I can no longer... I might have to take back that observation. There was a person that I talked to recently about the desktop version being like, oh yeah, well you can... It's like less intrusive, but this time it's pretty intrusive. That's such an aggressive way to produce a quote unquote. It's a disadvantage produced by the design and not a disadvantage for buying super. So I'll have to keep that in mind. Unfortunately, I won't anecdotally know what the experience is like unless I create another account to see. So I'll probably from then on next year ask what the ad experience is like if someone is using desktop version. I can't reliably say there's less ads if this is the way they're going about it. It may be simply because it's the end of year sale and they want to kind of push that, right? And that's, I can kind of give a pass on that. I happen to be coincidentally going to use it anyways. It's interesting how everything lines up. Like today would be the day where this evening I will probably make a purchase. So, fair warning, I suppose. It's pretty aggressive during the holidays of all the times. Although, I guess one might expect during the holidays you wouldn't have as much time and they kind of want to grab the people and advertise. It's really noticeable though. Like actually, see what it looks like on the phone. How noticeable is it? Okay. Actually, there's like 0 notification on the phone. Intriguing. Oh, really? Is it just because it's not updated? Huh. That's remarkably surprising. Huh. I was expecting this to show up on. Perhaps that's what they're doing separately for the desktop. I don't know. All right. Where are we at in our time?
这不是我的责任。
这不是我的责任。
我这
不是
我
的责任。责任。
今年我们没有奖金。
今年我们没有奖金。
这家商店的生意很好。这家
生意。这家生意。
商店。
这家商店生意。
的。
这家商店的生意很好。
很好。这家商店的生意很好。这家商店的生意很好。这家商店的生意很好。
I feel like the way they pause and run, there's no pause in places where I think there would be pauses.
公司什么时候发奖金？
Like slight pauses. 公司什么时候有奖金？
公司什么时候发奖金？
公司什么时候什么时候发奖金？ I miss 发 That's why it sounded a little weird. What are the responsibilities of a parent? Whoa, that escalated.
父母
的 responsibility. 父母的责任。父母的责任是什么？
是什么？我的工作时间不长，工资也不错。我的工作时间不长。我的工作时间不长，工资也不错。
不长。工资也不错。
我的工作时间不长，工资也不错。
不长。
我的工作时间不长，工资也不错。
讲。
Uh-oh. What are you? J? You kind of look like a J. J. Oh, no. J? 接 oh wait, that's how you say it. Oh my gosh, 接 oh no. 接 is a problem. 接
讲
知 different 知
呀
报 actually is it no yeah it's a
我这个星期每天要加班。
我这个我这个每天星期哦星期每天要加班。
我这个星期每天要加班。
Oh, that's actually very important. What would this say?
每天。
我这个每天星期要加班。
每天。
Versus this.
我这个星期每天要加班。
Every day each week versus every day. No. So this week every day instead of this, oh, that the other way is kind of actually weird. This every day week. That's fine.
我这个星期每天要加班。
It's like weird the other way.
抽
呀
床讲直
知 is paper. Don't put too much pressure.
别
别给他
给他
别给他
太
大 responsibilities. Pressure. 压力
压力。
他昨天加班很晚才回来。
他昨天加班很晚才回来。He worked overtime yesterday and only returned or came back late. That's kind of weird. It's kind of weird in English.
我想先跟老板商量一下。
我想跟老板discuss 商量一下。
我想先跟老板商量一下。
我想跟新老板先 or no 先 first. Oh, I was gonna say the new boss.
我想先跟老板商量一下。
Yeah, and then first.
我想先跟老板商量一下。
Oh, sorry. A little fatigue.
我想先跟老板商量一下。
商量一下。
我想先跟老板商量一下。
我想先跟老板商量一下。There's a lot of lianging and xianging and stuff in this. I need to discuss something with you.
你
Oops.
你我要
我要
跟你
你
商量
商量商量一件事情。
一件事情。
我的
我的老板，我的老板，
老板
老板，
没有
没有
给
给我 salary 工资
工资
Oh, last month
上个月
or
上个月
it could be in the
上
front.
个月
But I think either is acceptable. Put in
上
the
个月
front. Okay. I was guessing. It's 50-50 whether they mean after or last month's like activities or all of it last month. I'm under a lot of pressure recently. 最近
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 我
我有no 我 what
我
最近
工作
作的
工作
我的工
工
作我工作的 pressure 我的工作的压力很大。
很大。
Okay, I mean it's fine too. What did they do? 最近我的工作压力很大。我的工作哦 okay.
Get more with Super Duolingo.
Yes.
Reach your language goals fast.
You are very aggressive today. Very, very aggressive.
这是一个误会，
这是一个误会。
这是
一个误会。Standing 误会。
我喜欢暖和的天气。
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 暖和的天气。我喜欢暖和的天气。Man, this one's rough. 暖。I don't have an opinion.
我
没有意见。
抱歉，我迟到了。
抱歉，我迟到了。
你需要我的意见吗？
你需要我的意见吗？你需要我的意见吗？
你需要我的意见吗？
明天会比今天暖和。
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 抱歉，这次我不能帮你。
OK，
抱歉，
抱歉，这次，
我不能帮你。抱歉，这次我不能帮你。
抱歉，这次我不能帮你。
暖，
暖，
则，
物，
抱，
暖，
压，抱，
I think I wrote bow incorrectly. Yes, I wrote bow incorrectly. It's the wrong bow. Okay, I gotta correct that later. I wrote the wrong bow.
抱，
Incorrect bow. 不是这，我写的字不是这个包，是了这包，这子包，yeah, pretty sure I wrote this instead.
暖，
暖，
则，
物，
抱，
讲，
物，
Kind of sounds like a owl sound. Woo. Sorry. Do you like dry weather?
你
你喜欢
干燥
干燥的天气吗？
吗？
则，
天气
很
干
燥。
你
你要多喝水。And then this is where that conversation begins, because the intensifier has to be before the action. 你需要我的意见吗？
需要我的意见吗？
我
I misunderstood. 我误会了啊？我觉得误会了啊？
他
我觉得误会他了。
你
我觉得你误会了他，或误会他了。I think either works, right? Oh, I think either works.
Get more with Super Duolingo.
Yes. Aggressive sale. I get it.
秋天的天气很凉快。
秋天
的
天气
很
凉快。
凉快。
在夏天，我喜欢去凉快的地方。
Okay. 在 Oh no. What was it? Oh no.
在夏天，我喜欢去凉快的地方。
Oh, you're right. 在夏天我喜欢去凉快的地方。
多尔住在多邻国。
多尔住在多邻国。Kind of funny.
外面的温度非常高。
外面的温度非常高。Yeah, I wrote this incorrectly.
抱歉。
包写错了。抱歉。
我们。
抱歉，请forgive， 请原谅我们，请原谅我们，
请原谅，
请原谅，请原谅我们。
我们
温外面
的温度非常高，
非常高。圆抱凉温。
Weather now is dry and also cool.
现在天气
现在天气
很
燥 something 燥 what was it 燥干燥也很凉快 I'm missing something 现在的天okay yeah 现在的天气现在的天气很干燥也很很凉快
亮
暖
凉圆温。
多尔是一只很聪明的猫头鹰。多尔是一只很聪明的猫头鹰。聪明的猫头鹰。多尔是一只很聪明的猫头鹰。
Duo 是一只很聪明的猫头鹰。猫头鹰。
猫头鹰。
收据。商量。What was that drop? 干燥。工资。
办公室里的温度太低，很多人生病了。
办公室的温度。办公室里的温度太低。很多人生病了。
办公室里的温度太低，很多人生病了。
Yes. Door 是一只很聪明的猫头鹰。聪明的
猫头鹰。
He will definitely not forgive you. This is definitely not talking about Duo, of course. Definitely not referring to Duo's feelings. He will definitely.
一定
不会。他一定不会原谅你。原谅。Whoops, wrong tongue. 原谅你。Yeah, that's two. 原谅你。This is my fault, please forgive me. Someone pleading to Duo is what I feel like that's what that's saying. 这是我的fault. 这是我的错。请原谅你。原谅我。
错。请原谅
我。Yes. I think we're gonna do 2, and we're just gonna push the last review to the aggressive.
别放弃，加油。
别放弃，加油。别放弃，加油。I like that. We're gonna use that in the future. Don't give up. Come on. Definitely echo what I was talking about earlier that we agreed with the other Lotus. It's so painful to watch people give up or witness people giving up. It's very hard, at least in my opinion. Bleeding hard for those who give up.
什么动物有绿色的羽毛？
什么动物？动物有绿色的 绿色的羽毛。Yeah, I know. What which animals have green feathers? I wonder. Could it be a bird? Could it be a plane? Actually, I guess it could be a reptile. Oh no, wait. I guess not. Maybe a dino. Green feathers on a reptile. What? Which animals have green feathers?
他大约40岁。
他大约40岁。Oh, I don't like that. It's like a Gigi. It feels like Gigi all over again. 40岁。哦，
是，
他是
40岁。
40岁。他是40岁。Let's avoid.
他大约40岁。
哦，他大约
是
40岁。Okay, that's fine. That's better actually. 他大约40岁。40岁。大约 approximately.
他大约40岁。
Oh wait, this is referring to Duo. Because oh wait, but Duo would be using a different ta. Maybe they're
他
both.
大约40岁。
She's approximately. Oh no, this is 40 years old. No. We're talking about the other prompt. Sorry, this is for. I'm not. That doesn't. That's not referring to.
什么？
什么？ What was it? 什么动物？什么动物？
动物。
什么动物？动物有
绿色
的羽毛。
羽毛。现在几度？
现在几度？哦，现在几度？What's the temperature?
现在
几度？
几度？
他大约
40岁。40岁。
多尔有绿色的羽毛。
羽毛。多尔有绿色的羽毛。
现在的温度大约是15度。
现在的温度大约是15度。Oh hecky, where you put your nouns?
度。
别放弃，加油 ，right？ 别放弃，加油。
雨。
如果你放弃，多尔会非常难过。
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 If you give up, Duo will be very upset. I guess 难过 would be upset as in like more of a. Pretty sure it's more of a upset as in concerned, as opposed to like angry, but yeah, to feel sad or yeah. At least it's not angry, you know. I can empathize with that. I literally just said that a couple minutes. What do we do?
度
报
则
则以问律师. Oh yeah, I had to check this. Is it 2 strokes? Yeah, it's 2 strokes.
律
律
师
师律师羽
羽毛
毛项目
项目
分享分享
分享
干燥
干燥
What is the temperature now?
现在
现在几度？
几度？
如果如果
如果
如果你放弃，如果你
放弃
如果你放弃，
多尔
会非
非
常
常
难过。
难过。
OK，
温度
现在温度我是
现在
现在温度
是
大约15度
15
right yeah 15
度大
现在的温度是大约15度Oh, that was different.
Get more with Super Dual.
Yeah, let's get more with soup. I know. All right, one more lesson, right? Okay.
请提醒他吃药。
请提 What? 请提 Oh, I don't have this one. I forgot about this one. 提 what? 提醒 Okay, I forgot 3 things. 提醒 Although Jiao is a previous vocabulary, but I'm gonna add that anyways. We have Lan and 提醒 请提醒 What do you guys think? Oh, 提醒 Yeah, that sounds about right.
请提醒他吃药。
请提醒他吃药。
多尔鼓励我们每天学习。多尔
努力 Oh wait 多尔鼓励我们每天学习多尔每天 鼓励我们学习。
学习，多尔鼓励我们每天学习。鼓励我们，多尔鼓励我们每天学习。
Interesting. I wonder if you can put it earlier.
行。多尔鼓励我们从不放弃学习。多尔。
鼓励我们从不放弃学习。
学习，多尔鼓励我们从不放弃学习。多尔鼓励我们从不放弃学习。从不
放弃学习。
懒。如果你很懒，多尔会哭。
如果你很懒，多尔会哭。You know what's funny about this? If there's anything that I would say is very like as a foreigner, I guess. As a foreigner for like Chinese culture and Japanese culture, having a very cute mascot being sad and upset and guilt tripping you to doing things sound very Japanese and Chinese, honestly. Like now that I think about it. When I hear that phrase, like, right, 如果你很懒，多尔会哭。That really does sound like something my parent, like a children's program would say more often from a Chinese program, at least in my opinion. Like you make that feeling of guilt where, oh no, the cute little owl is gonna cry. I mean, like nowadays I can see it. You have the 4Kids TVs and stuff, right? Like Blue's Clues and SpongeBob, but those are programming. Like it doesn't. There's no like interactivity where like, oh yeah, this thing can cry because you're misbehaving. It's more like an educational thing. Like it's told at you. But man, it's it feels so like. It's funny to me because of Duolingo's Western stuff, but it almost feels normal. Like not even cringy or funny or giggly or childish. It's actually kind of normal to expect, if you want to get a child to learn a language, put a very, very cute bird in front of it and then show that it's upset and it's crying when you're not doing something. It sounds a little bit, I know how that might sound. And in the Western culture, right? Lots of buzz and funny memes or maybe concerns were raised on how Duolingo constantly guilt trips you into doing stuff. But upon retrospection, I almost feel like that is something that I don't find potentially emotionally abusive sometimes, or neglect, right? This type of thing it's very, you want to be very careful not to scar people, right? Especially younger people, like that sense of disappointment and that pressure, that emotional tether, like FOMO is a great one, right? Like missing your streak, and that could have unintended consequences. As an adult, you can giggle about it and make light of it, and when, you know, Bob's your uncle kind of thing. But when I think of Chinese like foreigner perspective still, but Chinese programming, oftentimes what drives a child, like the teachings, my parents do this a lot. What drives a child's ambition and discipline and decorum often comes with the guilt of upsetting someone and disappointing someone. And if there's anything that's most upsetting and disappointing is if you disappoint your parents. And then when your parents show visible disappointment and sadness, actually, you know what? Even a deeper cut, it is far more devastating when you see your parents like shout and cry out of sadness versus like aggressive frustration or anger. Like if they're yelling at you because they just want you to do better, that's actually kind of a norm to some extent. But when you sit there and watch them give up, like they just sit there and not talk to you anymore, it becomes abnormal. So in a way, this is really interesting. Yeah, it's a bit of a reverse, right? I'm not sure if there are a lot of people that can relate to that aren't growing up in like a Chinese household, Japanese household. But one of the, it's almost scarier for your parents to not yell at you after a point, right? You become so used to, oh, this is how your parents express love, or want the best for you. And then suddenly when it's not there anymore, you start to wonder, like, did they give up on you? Right? It's weird. But having Duo make you feel guilty because you didn't do your lessons, I almost feel like it's trendy and it's effective now because it competes with all the other things that make you feel guilt, nihilism, and fatalism, and FOMO and stuff. So I almost say it's kind of poetic that the current landscape of the westernized internet kind of reflects some of the tactics and strategies that I would argue an Asian household tends to deploy to get their children to be disciplined and have drive and by fear, right? If there's anything, that's what I kind of think of. Upsetting someone, disappointing someone is the greatest fear. Fear, but it's not coming from necessarily negative feeling. I think that's something that is greatly relatable when you're under a specific culture. But yeah, disappointing people, especially people you know that love you, is it's a really big one. And if you become attached to like a mascot or something, like your dog, for example, if you have a pet and stuff, that's pretty devastating. And I think Duo is kind of the next thing. This virtual owl making you feel guilt. Interesting. Sorry. Like digression.
Cool.
Right.
如果
如果
你
很
懒，
如果你很懒，多尔会哭 neutral 哭
成。如果你很懒，多尔会提醒你多练习。
提醒你多练习right。如果你很懒，多尔会提醒你多练习。It will remind you to practice. If you are lazy, it will remind you to practice more.
多尔今天吃了一个橙。
Did that just say Duar just ate an orange?
多尔
Duar
今天
今天
吃
吃一
一个
个
橙。
橙。
多尔今天吃了一个橙。
Oh, so it works for orange. Like a literal orange. Okay. Fair enough.
蓝
I thought it might have been a different character for orange.
谷暖
暖
橙
醒
Okay.
桌儿
Door
每天
encourage 每天鼓励
鼓励
鼓励我
我们
们鼓励了我们了 Oh no 鼓励
我们
我们学习
橙谷
醒
蓝温
when he also has small orange feet. Yes.
他
有
橙色的
橙色的
小脚
脚
也
有 I had to cough.
请
Remind 提醒请提醒 no 请提醒他吃药请
提醒他吃药
药 not 药吃药嘴巴嘴巴喂嘴巴它有橙色的嘴巴
The countdown has begun. Blast into 2025 with our annual super discount. Reach your goals faster with unlimited hearts and no ads. Learn without interruptions so you can master new skills, set new records, and connect with friends and family. Supercharge your 2025 with Super Duolingo.
Did it say 50 skills? Oh. I didn't think there were that many. Alright, that's a wrap. Yeah, what is today? Today the 29th. Oh, actually I won't be back tomorrow. Oh wait, yes I am. Tomorrow's Sunday. Yeah, just kidding. Okay. That's a wrap. I'm really tired. So what are the new ones? Lan? I need to look at Lan again.
Lan.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry, headphones. So Lan. Not that one. This one. Lan. And 提醒提醒 T is okay. 提醒 Oh, the drunken star, that's right. Easing. And then 脚脚是什么？Okay. Oh, 脚 Oh. Well, that's okay. Oh, wrong. Okay. So those are the 3 that we're going to add for tomorrow. Alright, folks. That's a wrap. Thanks for hanging out, listening to my digressions. I might bring, maybe there's going to be another story. Today we kind of ended a little bit earlier than the last 2 days. 2 hours earlier, actually. That's kind of nice. Gives me 2 hours to write and reflect and work on stuff. Alright, folks. As always, if you're going to watch this later, 谢谢. Happy holidays. Right? If you're watching this after the holidays, I hope you had the best of times. Hang out with family and friends. About that emotional intelligence, right? There's not... I would love to hear in the future all the wonderful things and the New Year's resolutions, the things that you're starting. It's kind of nice, and try to keep those things from falling by the wayside. I know there's this like constant meme about making New Year's resolution, then immediately a month after you drop it, right? Let's change that. Let's start something, work on that habit, maybe even start a new language kind of thing, right? So until then, until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Catch you guys on the next one. Bye bye.